What's going on, gardeners? Today I'm going to talk to you guys about this Tiny Tim's tomatoes. I purchased the seeds way back in 2020. I believe it was in July of 2020. And I grew these tomatoes in hydroponics. I had a really great result on that. But I haven't tried it on the soil. So this one here is what we call the self-watering bucket. Some people call it the sip bucket. Basically has a soil in here, and then it's separated right here on the bottom where you have a gap in between the water and the soil. So with this, because we live here in Las Vegas, that it will prevent it from drying up too fast. So this is my first attempt on growing them in soil. Let me see, as you can see here, this is only about 6 inches tall. This one's a little bit taller, and this one's about 9 inches. About the same as this one, I think. Yeah, it's about 9. Well, this one here's the smallest one. This is about 4.5 inch. But as you can see, there's already a tiny little fruit right over here. See that right there? And then there's more here somewhere. Got one right there on the bottom. Got one there. As you can see, there's one right there. These are determinate tomatoes. That means it will produce a lot of fruits, and in the season, it will have two. I guess it will shoot out a lot of fruits. The first harvest that I did was about 60. The second time was about 74 at one time. So it will produce a lot of tomatoes. But after that, because it's a determinate tomatoes, it will slow down, though you don't have to really kill it because it will keep producing fruits, although the amount of fruits that will be produced will be a lot less. I did a pretty good notes on how much I harvested and all, and I will post it on this video and we can talk about that. But other than that, this is just my little update on them. As you can see, you got little flowers right there. So this is great for people that are very limited in space, because this one doesn't really get that big. Even the one that I grew in a bucket hydroponically was only about maybe 12 to 14 inches tall and about 2 feet wide. Because I let it, I let it spread out a little bit. But this is perfect. If you just have a small patio and you love eating tomatoes, this would be perfect. So a lot of people already covered the sip buckets or self-watering buckets on YouTube, and you can search on that and make yourself one. I use this little bubble wrap, I guess. What do you call this, sun reflectors, UV reflectors, so that the bucket doesn't get beat up with the sun, because we have really intense heat here in Las Vegas. So I wanted to preserve the buckets for as long as I can, and plus it will keep the buckets and the soil cooler when it gets hit by the sun. So other than that, in the morning it gets about 4 to 5 hours of sun. After that, it'll have shade from this balcony. So here's the list that I created. The first harvest I did was 20, and followed by 60, 44, and 74. So this is the course of a couple months. I believe I started harvesting towards the end of December, which was the 20 pieces. And then towards late January is about 60. And then mid-February was about 44. Then March was 74. So that was the end of its fruiting production, but it continued to fruit, although it significantly slowed down, because April towards the end of April, I only, believe I harvested only 5. And then May, I harvested 7. Though at the end of its life, when I completely removed the plant, it had 51 total fruits. So yes, it would slow down significantly, but it will keep producing fruits. It's just not going to be the same as you're getting 40 plus or 30 plus at a time. Those numbers that you see, like 5 ml and all that, those are the what do you call this? I guess the nutrients that we put in the water. But I will cover that completely on a different video. So that was the photo of the last harvest that I did, and this is the video of the tomato that is fully loaded. I used strings to prop it up because it gets really heavy. I mean, one cluster would weigh around a ½ pound to about 1 pound, and there was a couple branches that broke off because it was that heavy. So all in all, from the total of 198 plus 5, 7, and then 51 towards the end of its life, I harvested 251. So plus minus 5, just in case I overcounted or undercounted some fruits. But for one little plant that produced 250 fruits, that's actually quite amazing. Hope you guys like this video, and thank you for tuning in.